Katie, what do you got next? This one's
Well,
going to be
this
fun.
headline is actually pretty accurate. um, so Jack Black, we all know about Tenacious D. We all love Tenacious D. Jack Black, Tenacious D band, cancels Australia tour after comments on Trump shooting. So this is already a very sensitive topic,
Mm-hmm.
but I find this very interesting. Um, so
First of all, how surprised were you when you saw me add this to the script?
I was like,
Yeah, I know, right?
what? So, okay. American comedy rock duo Tenacious D is formed by actors Jack Black and Kyle Gass. It's Gass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I thought. Anyway, they suspended the rest of its Australian tour after comments made by Gass over the assassination attempt over former U.S. President Donald Trump. A video widely shared on social media from the concert in Sydney on Sunday shows Gass being presented with a birthday cake and Black urging him to make a wish, and then Gass then seemed to say, "Don't miss Trump next time," before blowing out the candles.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know what happened. Obviously, who doesn't know what happened, regardless of whether you're in the United States or not. Um, I don't give a shit who we're shooting at. I don't think that's cool.
No, so the reason why I added this to the script, Katie, is not because, like, we're not going to talk about specific politicians here. We're not going to
Yeah.
talk about divisive shit at all on this channel. We will talk about inclusivity, things like that. But we're not going to talk Trump. We're not going to talk Biden. You'll never hear us talk about the assassination attempt. You won't hear us talk about Biden stepping down. You won't hear us talk about Kamala Harris. This story right here is not about Donald Trump. This story is about Tenacious D and
Yeah.
what was said, why it was said, and the reasons for the backlash from this. Right. So,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of um, outline this, it was Kyle Gass's birthday. They were live on stage. What Tenacious D does, if you're fans, they are very improvisational.
Mm-hmm.
They don't run their jokes by each other. They just don't. They just make jokes, and it's on the fly. First of all, nobody should condone political violence of any kind, period. No matter if you like the person who's targeted or not. And you shouldn't make jokes about it, period. Somebody died in that attack, and whether you believe or support the person who was attacked or not doesn't matter. Okay? Now, Tenacious D has been around a long time, a really long time.
Long time.
And Jack Black and Kyle Gass have known each other a really long time. And so, yes, the tour was canceled, but further than that, the announcement was made that all creativeness regarding Tenacious D in the future has been put, quote unquote, on hold.
Hold. Yeah.
So essentially, not only is the tour canceled, but the band, the friendship, all of that may be over.
Might be canceled. Yeah.
So,
Um, I think it's very okay. Me and you, Boston, we've known each other for a while, not that long. But me and you, if you've been friends for that long, I think it's kind of weird
mm-hmm.
that something like that could just separate all of it. Maybe like putting stuff on hold for a minute, but like questioning and like, I don't feel like politics or anything should have the power that it does to separate people.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. And that's two friends that have been together for how long? I just think I don't know. I find it kind of sad.
Well,
Pretty sad.
I personally don't think it's the politics that's separating these two. First of all,
It might
um,
be other shit.
I'm gonna explain in a minute.
That's
But Kumi, what's your opinion on this so far, from what you can gather?
Um, I'm like, I'm familiar with Tenacious D. I've heard a few songs. I'm a Jack Black fan, you know, in
Same.
general as for his acting. I think he's funny. He's pretty funny in a lot of the roles he does. But I think just regardless of who you support, I don't think you should wish death upon anybody like that. You know,
Right.
it's just wrong. Um, and it's just really, I don't think petty's the right word, but it's just if somebody you're
Short-sighted. Short-sighted is, I think, might be the right word.
right, you shouldn't just because
There's a disagreement.
yeah, it's like a disagreement or you don't like somebody's opinion doesn't mean you should just want them dead, you know, or something like that. You know, I just think that's wrong. You know, regardless of who you support, you shouldn't let that get in the way of friendship or anything like
Well,
that.
the fact of the matter is, this is absolutely accurate. Both Kyle Gass and Jack Black share the same political ideology. They are both liberal-leaning left politically.
Yeah.
They both endorse Joe Biden, and regardless of that, again, like I said earlier, political violence has no place for all of this. But here's my opinion: Jack Black is experiencing a possible windfall that's about to happen for him. And
Yep.
and I know Cool Me might know where I'm going with this because he's a movie buff. But the Super Mario franchise is about to be reinvigorated, and Jack Black is the man behind that series. And there is going to be a whole lot of money involved in that project. And I promise you, again, all of this didn't happen on stage. This wasn't something that Jack Black um, demonized on stage. It wasn't like he came out and said, Kyle, that's not cool, man. No, he laughed along with it on stage, right? And later on said that he was caught off guard and he was just, going along with it or whatever. And then Kyle Gass had what I feel was a pretty a genuine apology. He seems like he's genuinely sorry and went overboard and all of those things. But personally speaking, I think the Super Mario stuff is really, really at the forefront of this, because if Jack Black doesn't get out in front of this, then this could put all of that in jeopardy. And so I'd
Yeah.
be willing to bet when he got off stage that night, his people were on the phone and texting and sending homing pigeons and all kinds of shit to him. Like, you better get ahead of this. You might want to put a hold on this or do whatever you got to do because these people are threatening to pull out.
Well, and I mean, regardless of even that, that's a good reason. It's rude, like it's tarnishing your image. I mean, it's sad to say, but at the same time, you gotta save your own ass, dude.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, to be completely honest, if you're on X as much as I am, Jack Black was already, they were already trying to cancel him anyway for endorsing Biden a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, this Jack Black is in the news for the wrong reasons, and that's not good when you have a giant project that's coming up for you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Not good. Not good at
Multiple, I
all.
mean, multiple. He has multiple, Jumanji,
Yep.
Minecraft,
Yep.
Minecraft movie he's got going. So he's the star of those. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
it really sucks.